Blue Beetle Battalion. Yo, I think Hollywood is listening. I think Hollywood is checking out the slant because the Beetle has just been upgraded. Paulie here on the Latino slant. Make sure you are subscribed. I hope everyone is doing well. Oh, wouldn't you know it? Interesting, but really, we've been saying this all along. You've been underestimating the Latino audience in regards to the Blue Beetle. And this story just came out. So we're going to read this story. I want to know your thoughts, comment, all that good stuff. But I want to bring in our producer extraordinaire, Mr. Fletcher Williams.
Hola, hola.
What's up, buddy?
No, this is exciting news. I mean, it's something that we've been saying all along that I think a lot of outlets and YouTubers and streamers are basically sleeping on the fact that this is a Latino family film and Latinos come out even when they're not represented.
Yeah, a couple things, right? Not only have our friends have called this a flop,
Oh yeah.
but they're throwing hate at it on every level, which okay, you're gonna do what you're gonna do. But also too, because this film is, a an all Latino cast, doesn't mean, it is not gonna be not entertaining.
Right.
I think we're so we knee jerk at anything that might be presumed as to being overly woke. It's like, no, it's like, hey, enjoy this iteration of Blue Beetle. So yeah, I, it, I know there's a lot of Shola Maridueña fans, and I also know people have not enjoyed some of the things the director says. Listen, if I judged every movie off that, I wouldn't see half of the movies I see, Fletcher.
No, yeah. And you're also thinking this is where a lot of people are saying that race swapping people and all this kind of stuff. This is not the case with Blue Beetle. This is not only is a completely different character in the sense, it's
Mhm.
also these was like a rebirth of the character in the comics also. So it's not just one of those things that it happened and then it's on the screen.
Mhm.
No, this has a little bit of history. He's in the games. He's in all the things. So this is
Again,
different.
yeah, yeah, we've gone over this. We have the playlist, the Blue Beetle playlist. Check it out. But let's get right to this news. Blue Beetle looks to fly to 30 million opening, U.S. opening, early look box office. That's just U.S. Let's
Yeah.
get right to it. Unlike last August, which was totally lacking product after Sony's Bullet Train, the month looks to keep chugging even as the Writers Guild SAG strikes continue. Recently, Warner Brothers DC Blue Beetle hit tracking with an eye on 30 million. And it was, remember, they had some story a few weeks ago, 12 to 17 million. I was like, okay.
Right.
Everyone was running on that shit, putting it down. It's like, all right, all right. Warner Brothers is delivering what is arguably the first feature film superhero for Latino or Hispanic audiences. The pick was originally conceived for streamer HBO Max, developed under DC's Walter Hamada regime, but transitioned quite early to the theatrical release schedule. Fletcher, any thoughts so far?
No, yeah. I mean, you're basically not seeing, I think, what we are seeing, and that's the groundswell. I mean, the directors in Mexico City with a bus all in the Centro DF. You
Mm,
have billboards going up. You have the onslaught of fans on Twitter trending. Blue Beetle, people cosplaying. You have this out there in the fan base, and it's
mhm.
a family friendly movie that, like you said earlier, they just push Gran Turismo a little bit,
Yep.
and that's just going to give it its. What else are you going to see besides Blue Beetle if you have a family?
The Angel Manuel Soto directed pick is very hot with Latino and Hispanic moviegoers. Natch right now on tracking the movie's unaided awareness, that section of polling whereby moviegoers aren't prompted on upcoming movies, rather name them independently when polled, is soaring above Gran Turismo. You just mentioned that.
Yeah.
So so people are jacked to see this.
Yeah, they're finally getting the numbers. But you know what? I
Mm,
guarantee you these aren't even real numbers because they probably just started. They probably
mm.
checked out the slant and said maybe there's something about this. Maybe they saw they already got a sold out movie theater without no support from no studios going to see this and people
No
excited about
names.
this.
No names in this movie. Sholo
Right.
is an up and coming, but he's not a there's none these are not box office names.
No.
Yeah, I think Deadline, I think Hollywood's been watching the slant, because we're the only ones who are saying, no, guys, hold off on that whole thing. We're seeing a lot of interesting on the ground grassroots campaigning going on,
Yeah.
and it's paying off.
Yep.
Um, okay, where were we? Yeah, the project true, this projection right now is lower than the 55 million start of The Flash, which didn't see a huge turnout by its cast to promote, and Shazam 30 million. But no, movies aimed at Hispanic and Latino moviegoers can over index in their first weekends due to walk up business. You just said this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guarantee you they just send, hey, get Maria and send her out in the street and find out if people are gonna go see this movie. Like last minute just for this article. I don't
Yeah.
think they're even known how much is gonna turn.
So we just been tracking too, like for me, I'm looking at movie theaters, I'm looking at how they're selling in Los Angeles. Century City, Burbank, selling out. What does that tell you? It tells you that is a great sign because that means the Latinos haven't even come out for this movie yet.
Right.
Those are areas that aren't like Latino heavy. Fletcher?
Yeah. And usually they don't really usually buy the tickets ahead. They usually show up at the theater, you know,
Mm-hmm.
with the whole gang and just
Yeah.
buy the tickets.
Let's get back to this. This is what happened this weekend with the Meg 2 Trench coming at the top of expectations with 30 million start and a strong turnout among Hispanic and Latino crowds at 25% per ComScore Screen Engines post track. I love post track.
Yep.
Latinos made the mega hit, the
Yes.
Meg a hit here in the States. Love that. A 30 million start for this genre title is right in the vicinity of another Hispanic Latino conceived tentpole, that being Robert Rodriguez's Alita, which posted a 3-day of 28.5 million in February 2019. Right now, Blue Beetle's unaided awareness is 38% ahead of Alita. It's also 83% ahead of Meg 2 at this same point in time. Note, Meg 2 notched a solid opening at the box office, sans any cast interviews due to the SAG's after strike, a similar scenario that Blue Beetle is in this month. I have a thing with that. Warner, you got any thoughts there?
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, look at Alita. Alita, they said it was going to be a bit of a flop and all stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Was
Mm-hmm.
proven wrong. And the Meg, they dismissed this movie, but this is something. Fun movies are what Latino families love.
Oh, they love sharks. They love explosions,
Anything. Yep.
monsters. They
Yeah.
take the whole familia.
The
And
whole.
yeah, man, absolutely. They don't mind it being a little R as long as it's not like has to do with like, sex or anything like that.
Correct.
Little violence, little blood. Hey, let's go.
All for it.
Um, Warner Brothers has been trailing Blue Beetle on all prints of Barbie. I'm just gonna stop there.
Yeah,
You
I agree.
can't buy that. You can't buy. Well, they did buy that because they're buying that, but that is that is great, great promotion.
Yeah. And it
Mm-hmm.
shows you that the families that went out to support Alita, who made it
Mm-hmm.
a hit, and who are now going out to see the Meg, who are making it a hit, you know, are probably going to go out. Well, there's no R. We know they're going to come out.
So there's been all these cross promotion ads, tie-ins with Reese's. I've seen Toyota where Sholo was actually in the Toyota commercial,
Yeah, yeah.
counting 35 million TV ad impressions as well as 4 million TV ad impressions from Univision alone.
Yep.
Talk to me now about Univision in Latin America.
Univision is pretty much one of the largest networks out for Latinos here in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and they are pushing it but also these people actually watch Univision all day. I
Yeah,
say this people. If
it
this is
stays
my
on.
mom. This is
It's
it.
our
Just
people.
it
Yes.
just stays on all day. It's so all day you're getting this. So I can see el tío, la tía, la abuelita. Vamos a ver esto.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, too, there are ad specific spots aimed at the tío, the abuela, in this Blue Beetle movie. They're doing that,
Yes. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know what? They're pretty funny. They're
They are
pretty
funny.
entertaining.
They're letting you know this is a fun movie to see with your family.
So now, let's just say this, right? They hit this area. I say 25, between 25 and 30. And then they get that same amount from Brazil, Mexico, Latin America, maybe the UK, Australia. That is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And that will be what I've been saying this all along. Blue Beetle is the sleeper hit of the year. Summer sleeper hit, sleeper. Barbie was never a sleeper. It was expected to be a huge hit. No
Yeah.
one expected a billion, but it was Barbie. This, they've counted out early. Every single
Yeah.
channel friend of ours has dogged it, canceled it, boom, except for us. Take note.
Yeah.
Take note. Last words before we go out, Fletcher.
No, I think this is great. I think this is going to really put a dent in the summer blockbuster fun. And I'm really hoping that it's going to be great.
What do you guys think? Comment now. Whether you hate it or love it, doesn't matter. I want to know your thoughts. Have you gotten your tickets? Where you're seeing it at? What part of the country? All that good stuff in the chats. Make sure you are subscribed wherever you're at. Keep that sign fuerte. Paz.